So, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are back with another league racing video, I guess you could say, or kind of league racing. This is the Xbox Challenger Series that I competed in and I've qualified for. We're back at event 2 today, round 3 at Imola. Imola's a track that, you know, I had a bit of luck with, a bit of success with, literally the day before this on Monday in WOR T1 getting P2. Now Shadow has received a penalty for an incident during the race. But on track it was P3. So yeah, I mean, I had a bit of confidence coming into this this round. You know, I knew I could get some solid points. In event 1, didn't really go to plan. I only got 8 points in total from both rounds there. But yeah, we hopped right into qualifying. We're going on to our fastest lap now that we set in the session with 3 minutes to go. I really couldn't nail quali on the day for some reason. You know, the days before I was setting 0.5s, but I just could barely break into the 0.7s. Tuesday when this was recorded. So down into turn 1 we break just before the 50 meters. We nail that curb actually. Sector 1's look pretty good. We could have used a little less curb on the exit of turn 1 too, but it's okay. Going down into turn 4 now, we take that very cautiously and that really hurts us on the exit as we lose a lot of time through there, but it's still a low 8, so that's still a decent and still a respectable sector 1, but it's all in sector 2 where we lose our time now. Coming up to the very fast left-hander, break just after the 50 meters. Downshift 2, I could have used a lot more track there. We lost easily half a tenth through there, I'm pretty sure. Coming down throughout Camilla Raleigh, we missed the inside curb. That loses us even more time. But we're still up. We're still getting quite a lot of time as the lap before was pretty bad. Going down into the chicane, we nailed the first curb, but missed the second. And again, we've lost about half a tenth going through that corner. Bit of traffic on our right, but down into the final 2 corners. Now we go, leaving it in 7th, revving the car. Break, we missed the inside curb a little bit, which throws us out. We get a bit of oversteer in the penultimate corner into the final corner. We lose quite a lot of time. We're only 1 and a bit tenths up to the line though, and that's going to be a 13.7, which is what I was doing all day, but I knew I had a lot more in me, like 0.5. Good enough in the end for P7 on the grid. And yeah, we're going to jump right into the race now. Race, the weather just a bit cloudy at the start, and then
keep an eye on the lights.
you know, pretty dry throughout the race. Starting P7 at a track you can't overtake in. It was always going to be hard to get on a podium, and especially when we've got people like this in the lobby. You know, we've got some great drivers in here. But yeah, straight away the lights go out. Now we've got an okay start. We put down a little too much traction in the early phase, and Dark Killer behind us has got an absolutely amazing start. We've got a reasonable start going down into turn 1. Not really lost anything to the guys ahead of us as Axe sends one down our inside. Dark Killer around our outside. Placky makes contact with Matthew. We make contact with Placky, and I thought right here we could have wing damage. So I was preoccupied about asking Jeff for damage.
Keep taking care of them.
He says we've got no damage, but that allows Dark Killer, that little lapse of concentration allows Dark Killer to go down our inside, so he absolutely sends it. We leave the door open, but I was having none of this. I did not want to let him by. So I was draining all the ERS, getting in Placky's slipstream, hoping that I could try and hang it around the outside. I just got ahead going into this corner. A Dark Killer, oh, a little bit of contact, and I get forced off the road. That's a warning. And here I just knew I had to concede. We could not afford to lose the DRS strength for both of us in this race. So I just sit back and I follow Dark Killer and Placky through the middle sector. Once again, asking Jeff for any damages. I felt like I was just a little bit understeering compared to what it felt like during practicing WR the day before. Still no damage. We get a better run than Dark Killer through the chicane though, going down into the final 2 corners. We break a lot later than him, but you can't make any moves around him really. It's so hard. That's just the nature though. As here, people were draining their ERS up in front, but me and Dark, we decided not to. I was running quite decent aero, as I used a bit of ERS here just to put Dark under a bit of pressure. But I was running some decent aero here, more straight line speed than most people around me. I think I was 8.9 wings, whereas most people were 9.8 or 9.9 or 9.10, you know, those type of wings. So we had quite a bit more straight line speed. But here we're just looking to settle into the race. You know, we're getting in our rhythm. The train's already started to form. Placky seems to be struggling a little bit though, and Dark Killer's putting him under a lot of pressure as we lose the rear end a little bit through that corner. Skipping though from lap 2 to lap 5. Dark Killer, his tyres are starting to go off a little bit. I was just holding back, saving my ERS. And I knew that I could start to pounce soon. I was feeling that I had quite decent pace here. Now I wasn't really pushing too much because I didn't want to make any mistakes or get any more warnings, as we only had 2 lives left, and then we got a penalty which you can't get in challenges, otherwise it's fully game over for you. As we see coming around these 2 corners, I get a really nice run. Dark makes a mistake. I make a mistake looking at Dark make a mistake. That's one thing I need to learn not to do, but, you know, being new to no assist and racing against these top level guys, it's, yeah, something I'm not used to, as we get a bit of a poor exit through the chicane. But as you can see, the straight line speed compared to dark is really coming, like, showing here. We're getting nearly a whole tenth on that small straight on dark while using no ERS. It's coming round to the end of lap 5. We've got some people in. Clenzo, Shadow, the leaders, and Darkless in. So I knew this is when I had to push. I had to stick within Placky's DRS here. So I'm going to drain the ERS. My teammate, FRA LMG, is in the pit. So I know I might have got held a little bit pitting this lap, but I had to pit this lap. It was crucial I did, otherwise I would have lost too much in the undercut. I'm really having to push to Placky, using all the ERS that I can. We're a 10th up on the Delta. Wilson behind us is pit as well, so we need to be careful of not getting undercut by him. Axe behind us with a penalty, so that's his race over, sadly, with, you know, the small margins that you have in challenges. As we've caught up a lot to Placky, we've caught up over half a second on this lap. We're only 3 and a bit tenths behind him now, putting him under a lot of pressure. He's starting to struggle a lot, falling off the back of Matthew. As Jed retires, he must have got a bit of contact. That's really unfortunate for him. He's one of the front runners in challenges. But yeah, this has been a really nice lap. 4 tenths up nearly on our personal best, so it shows how much pace we were holding back the whole race, really. Or the first soft stint. Yeah, and we've not really used any ERS as well. You know, we're still on a reasonable ERS level. Coming through the final 2 corners though, you could just see I had a lot more confidence on the brakes. Nearly get a warning there, which would have been crucial, like nearly game over for us. Coming to the pits though, I'm really, really cautious going into the pits. I just didn't nail that. I lost an easy 2-3 tenths. Up to half a second maybe there, as Axe stays out for one more lap. We're coming into the pits now. Let's see, how good of a pit stop is this? We start. Oh, and it's slow. I released the clutch a little bit too early, and that's cost us another few tenths. So that is really not going to help us in, you know, trying to gain any position from doing the overcut. You can see the leading runners are coming around the final corner now. We're exiting the pits. Cleanser and Shadow have just gone past us. We've got Dark Killer going past. Dark Killer's jumped us, but Wilson's not been able to. Dark Killer's also got Placky as well. And right now, I knew I was out of DRS. I saw the gap, so I was having to push like crazy on this opening lap. Really having to use these medium tires well on 70% ERS. That is so much. Through the second chicane, we're really confident. Skipping to lap 8 now, and we are all over the back of FRA Placky. Coming through the chicane, we nail that really, and we get a much better exit than Placky. Placky, we're making him use the ERS with our straight line speed. He's burning his ERS. I knew he was really low on ERS here. I wanted him to get under 10%. Coming through the penultimate corner, we nail that really. Try and get a really good exit off this final corner, and we are just going to drain the ERS. Drain it. We have a lot better straight line speed, opening up the DRS on FRA Placky. We just let we ease off the ERS. We knew we had better straight line speed. Trying to put him under a bit of pressure to use the ERS. We look to the inside, but think better of it. We don't want to make any half-hearted moves. Placky really struggled through the first chicane. That's really what I noticed. That's where I'm a lot stronger than most people in the race. And Placky's red light is flashing though. He is under 10% ERS, so I knew this lap and the next, going down the start finish straight, is when we had to pounce. It's when we had to make the move. It was crucial as we get a big snap of oversteer there, really pushing the limits. Coming on to the end of lap 9 though, you can see Placky really struggling, and we are just looking to make a move on Placky. It's crucial for our race, and we're draining the ERS. We're just bolting it, using the ERS, DRS, using our straight line speed. Placky's red light starting to flash. We knew he was weak, so we're going to think about it. Up the inside, no. Round the outside of FRA Placky in the McLaren. Into turn 1. Is he going to hang it there? No, he's not. We brake later, and we get the move done. So right now, my goal is just to see what I could do. As Dark Killer gets a huge snap of oversteer. Oh, I think it was a little bit closer. I might have been able to capitalise on that, but I'm just looking at trying to get in as many places. We're in P7 now, which will get me some great points compared to what I got in Event 1. But I knew I had the pace to get more. So I think we're going to be on board just to the end of the race now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are. So we're just going to settle in for 6 more laps of racing as Mr. Annika is out of the session. Or Mr. Anchor, sorry. If we come around here, I seem to get a really, it's a mare run. But Dark Killer doesn't get as good as a run as us. So we gain a slight bit on him. Come around into this chicane, we get a decent run. Clipping curb 1, not curb 2 though, to get a good exit. Dark Killer's got a poor exit. We'll put him under a bit of pressure. He's having to use a loss of VRS here to stay ahead. Going down into the final 2 corners now. I was just at this point looking to conserve my ERS. I didn't want to go for any like big move early on. as Darkler gets a really bad exit though. Look, at hindsight, I probably should have pounced here. You know, I had a bit more ERS than Dark, I'm pretty sure. And he had a huge gap. I probably would have been able to get him. Like, look how much we're gaining just from the slipstream alone. Oh, nearly a 10th. If I pressed my ERS and I used it, I could have probably got past Dark and into P6, which that's the crazy thing about hindsight. You know what you can do differently. As Axe, I just missed that retire, so his race has gone from bad to worse after getting the penalty. Now coming down, I think these few laps, it's just going to be a DRS train. You're just going to look, see if you can make any opportunity work. As Matthew up ahead of Dark, he's looking really racy. He's got a lot of pace right now, and you know, Clenzo in P2 now. I know you can't see, but he's got a penalty, so we're all pushing to see if we can jump Clenzo. And Matthew, with some really great pace, feels he can get past WOR Connor and Fandium and get on that podium in P2. So we'll see what can happen. Once again, just sitting in the train, braking a little bit early, saving the ERS. We're on 40% leaving the chicane. That is so much. We're running 51 brake pads just to make sure the rears don't lock too much. We keep a lot of stability in the car. As you can see, Matthew all over the back of Connor as we all nearly get a warning there. And that really unsettles us for the final corner. And now going down the DRS straight, we're not going to use any ERS, we're just using the DRS and our low aero, straight line speed advantage. Matthew going for the move on Connor up ahead though. But yeah, I was speaking with Viper, my race engineer in the party, and we were just saying, save the ERS. You know, it's going to be very hard to get past people in this race right now. So just save it and go for it the last lap. It's Dark looking very vulnerable. I felt like I had the pace over Dark in Sector 1. Dark goes wide. That's a warning for Dark, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Matthew up ahead. Really, he's looking to take advantage of Clenzo's penalty and get past Findy up. Get P2 on the podium. You know, Shadow is clear. So is Clenzo. Look at them both. They are just down the road. That's the benefit of having clean air and not battling like what we're doing. But yeah, with 4 laps to go, we're just looking to hold on to this P7, maybe get P6 if possible. That would be some great points. That would be double our points from Event 1 in one race. In Event 2, that would be amazing. We get a decent line through there. A bit of understeer on exit though. Nearly got a warning, so I had to lift off a little bit. Exiting on 40% again. I was really good at saving my ERS throughout this race. There was quite a lot of people that were just draining it, but I knew I just had to save. I had a bit of pace in me at this point on the mediums, so just saving it all. Going on to the start of lap 13, we're just once again saving the ERS, just using a little bit to keep in touch with Dark Killer, but just using the DRS. And Dark right now is punching the ERS. He's trying to get close to Connor, see if he can follow Matthew through. Sorry, but Matthew all over Fandy. Fandy seems to be struggling a little bit at this point. But yeah, it's still the train. We're still in this train that's holding us all up. I felt like I had a lot more pace to give, but it is what it is, you know. Because we have a moment just there. But if I can't get through the cars ahead, I can't show it. I can't really be making excuses for that. I need to work on my overtaking. That's one thing I know I need to work on. But, you know, being relatively new to racing with these guys, this was my 4th race ever, or 5th race against these guys ever. As I'm still relatively new to No Assist. It's only been a couple months now. But yeah, we have some great pace right now in the race. We've got Placky behind us, Wilson behind us as well, so I've got a bit of buffer to the soft runners, as my teammate FRA LMG has got a problem on the softs. He was the leading soft runner. What has happened to LMG? I think he's had a bit of a spin. So that is his race over. Right now though, with only a handful of laps to go, we are just looking to stick behind Dark, make a move on the final 2 laps. We turn in a little bit early to that corner, that compromise our line out of it, so we're going to have to use a bit of ERS to make sure we stay in touch with Dark Killer. Dark Killer once again all over the back of Connor. He's using the ERS, I think, to try and get near Connor. As LMG in the pits, that is his day over. That is painful after such a good start in Event 1 for LMG. He's not had the best start to Event 2 as we get a bit of oversteer on exit again. Shows how much we're pushing. Placky staying with us, but I think we can drop him in the next 2 laps to make us clear from any attack on the final 2 laps. Dark Killer though all over Connor through this corner. We all just gain on each other. I felt like I had a lot of confidence on the brakes through that corner as we gained 2 tenths on Dark, which in one corner is quite a lot, but he then pulls to his middle sector. We nail that corner, to be fair though. And down through our Minerale, do we clip the curb a little bit? Do we clip this curb a little bit? It unsettles the car. We didn't clip it enough, but I just didn't have the confidence at this point in the race to fully clip it as we gain a lot on Dark under braking. Nail that chicane actually. And we're putting Dark under quite a lot of pressure. Coming to the end of lap 14, start of lap 15, I knew that this could be one of the only opportunities to get past Dark, but I was still lining it up. You know, Dark was way too close to Connor for me to make a move. He was going to get some great slipstream, but Connor makes a mistake in the final corner. This puts Dark all over the rear of him. We're going to punch the ERS at the start. We turn it off now, just using the DRS. We set a personal best. Dark Killer's light is blinking, so he's under 10%. We have over 14% more ERS than him. That could be crucial towards the end of the race. And Dark blast the ERS, but can't get past Connor. He's looking for the switchback. Connor is all over these two. Oh, it's getting scrappy as Connor gets a penalty. And I just wanted to hold back. I didn't want to get damaged. This could have been race ending. We get a much better run. I could have sent one up the inside of Dark. I was thinking about it, but no. I was thinking about getting the points right now. You know, maybe I could have sent one up the inside, but it was I was a little bit far back, unlike Dark at the start of the race. But yeah, Dark seems to be struggling. I think he might have overheated his tyres at this point. We clipped the inside curb there, and we're just sticking behind Dark for the end of lap 15. On lap 16, though, we're going to drain all our ERS, try and make a move past Dark Killers. Right now we're in P6s. I've seen Connor gets a penalty, so we're going to be in P6. That will be great points for me at the start of event 2 in round 3 at Imola. Make a little bit of a mistake there. That loses us a 10th basically. Oh, that could have blown our chance of getting Dark. So having to really think about nailing this final chicane, or final 2 corners, sorry, not a chicane. We nail the entry, we get a bit of oversteer there, that hurts us. On exit, Dark's pulled. We're just draining the ERS now. We're on 30% exiting it, using all the TRS. Dark Killer Light is flashing. We're trying to gain on him. We're gaining down into turn 1. But it's not going to be enough. I turn off the ERS. We're just a bit far back. Dark Killer goes defensive. We're looking at nailing the first chicane. See if we can get a run on Dark. We do. We're getting a bit of run. We're putting him under pressure. He's going defensive into the second chicane. Though this is where I was weak. I was trying to get a run out, but no. Oh, we just got a bit wide. And I think that's going to be us stuck in P7 on track for this race. Dark Killer makes a mistake, but there's nowhere to get past, as we have dropped Placky and Wilson at this point. So they're not even going to be under pressure from the soft runners. They've dropped the soft runners. LMG says the fastest lap on softs. So he just went out, did some soft laps. Round here, though, you can see we've got a lot better pace than Dark. He makes a mistake. We've got a good run on him. Down into the Sector 3 chicane. How good of a run do we get out of it? Oh, it's not good enough. We were taking that so cautiously. Oh, that's blown our chances. 2 attempts back from Dark. Oh, that is a shame. I definitely felt like I had the pace to get past Dark, but you know, I couldn't. Shadow crosses the line to wins. Clenzo crossed the line. P2 on track, but where's his penalty going to put him? It's going to be P4 just ahead of me at Dark, and I'm P6 on the track with Connor getting a penalty. That drops him down. I'm not sure where that puts him. It puts him P9, nearly outside of the points. Oh, that is a big disaster, but it shows how you cannot get penalties in challenges. But yeah, solid race for me. Congrats on Shadow, Van Diem and Matthew on the podium. Shadow is just he's rapid right now, you know. Decent round 1 for me though, getting 10 points. Or was it 10? Oh, it might be an 8. I'm not sure. But still, whatever it was the same as or more points than what I got in event 1 altogether. So that's a dub. We got Portimao next up though, which I felt really confident. Now we'll just have a quick look at the race results just as it comes up. As you can see, if it comes up, geez, I'm not skipping. But yeah, you'll see that we are P6 on the track, and the race order went like Shadow P1, Matthew P2, Fandium P3, Clenzo P4, Dark Killer P5, and me P6, with Placky, Wilson, Connor, and Zach Oates rounding out the top 10. That was a really good race for me. You know, I felt really confident. I was really pumped to get these points. We put him out next up. I was feeling so ready for it. You know, I was saying really good fastest laps and quality laps for Portimao. That'll come up in another video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you tune into Portimao. See you.